everyone. Welcome to Cast It On, teeing it up because that's what we do, knit and crochet and other crafts. Everyone, I make a short video because I'm on my 2 weeks notice. I try to make a video every 2 weeks. So I figure that I would do just something short because I'm on my way to bed. I've been slept all night. My sleeping pattern is off, and it's not like I can go upstairs and make a video 2 o'clock in the morning because I just can't work like that. Okay, everyone. So I'm on a hat making wagon. I asked Calvin how many ladies. No, for Calvin came in the room and I was loom knitting. And he said to me, "Oh, I haven't seen that in a while." I said, "Yeah." I feel like making a hat. I haven't made a hat in a while. And so one hat led to, don't you dare, another hat and another hat. So I asked Calvin, I said, "How many ladies you have at the job?" He said 10. So I said, "Okay, cool. I'll make hats for you to give to the ladies for Christmas." He was excited about that. So I said, "Okay, I'll do that." Yeah, as you can notice, none of my top parts are stitched in. Something I rarely do. I usually finish the hat altogether, but I didn't feel like doing it, so I didn't do it. This one I did, see, but I didn't sew in. I didn't secure the inside, like sew it in and secure it. Yeah. So that's about the time I get all 10 of them done. Then I'll do it. See, that's the brim. That's the brim, and I can't get to it, everyone, because I'm holding the camera. Showing you the smaller loom I used. And as I say, if you have a question about how many do you need to do to put a brim on a hat, now if you're making that really large one, this is what I do. I do anywhere from 15 to 18, and then I make the brim. How did I get at that number? It's trial and error. So this one right here, I think this is 15 as well. This is 15. I like a healthy brim, thick brim. That's what I like. And so this is the same thickness as I would do the extra large loom. So as I was saying, how I arrive at my numbers is I did for trial and error. The brim. I don't like that thin line brim. So, I increased the number and where I felt it was satisfactory. For me, I just wrote my numbers down. And I have my numbers on the back of the loom picker. Yeah, let's call it that. That's what I have it on. And I love to do the brim. It looks really nice when you do the brim. Everyone, it's your business, whatever you do, but I don't think it's nice when you make people hats and you try them on. I mean, no, this is what I'm saying. I don't think it's nice if you're making a hat for someone who purchased it. You can buy those wig foam things, it's not things, foam heads. I think they're like $3. They're really inexpensive. So if you want to show them on YouTube, or to someone else instead of putting them on your head, show them that way. And the reason why I say that is because, one, if I'm paying for something, I don't want I don't want it on anyone's head because everybody's head is a different size. And with that being said, when you put this on your head, you break the fibers and it fits your head, and it's going to be a different shape when the person receives it. Okay? So if you're one of the folks that's doing that on YouTube, I hope you take that in consideration. It's the same thing as sweaters. If somebody bustier than someone else, you would stretch it out in the front, or if you got a wider back, just think about it. Somebody's paying for something. I don't understand why you're trying on somebody else's stuff, but it's a little pet peeve. I noticed that it's being done. So, and you break the fibers and you break it for your head, not for the customer's head. Okay? So take that in consideration. And here go another one. So how many I have? 1, 2, 3. I have 5, and I have 5 to go. So, being that I'm not into my Lion brand inventory, I'm not sure how many colors is in Hue and Me, and I know it's a big range. I think that'll go the colors right here. But I have a bag in the back of me, so I didn't do a good job at looking through it to see if I have all different colors, because that was my goal, to have all different colors. Okay? This color right here is rose water. This is Hue and Me. It's a bulky, let me see, is it number 5 or number 6? Number 5. Bulky yarn works really nice with a loom. I just love working with the bulk. I always use the bulky. I don't use 2 strains of a number 4. I just don't do that. 137 yards, 125 meters, 125 grams, 6.5 for the knit needle, and the same for the crochet hook. Nice working with. I think I brought this, I don't know, make a blanket or something. I know I brought a ton of it because Joann's had a sale. This color is Desert. So far, it looks like I don't have any doubles. I remember buying all these earth tones. Come on, don't fall. What color is this? Mustard, everyone. It's nice, too. It is nice. What is this? Wait, I didn't tell you what kind of fibers. It's acrylic and what? Hold on, everyone. Acrylic, 80% acrylic and 20% wool. It's nice, though. I like it. I like it. And this color is Love Song. I remember talking about this too with it's football, 2 football players in a movie. They were cheerjerker. This is pretty. This something, I'm gonna call this rosewood. See if I'm right. No, this is spice. Is that spice or spicy? Spicy. That's what color this one is. Yeah, I think I haven't I'll show my slippers over there. I'm in my dressing room, everyone, because I didn't feel like going upstairs. Lazy? I'm lazy, child. I know. I'm lazy. Okay. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. And I'm making washcloths, everyone, because I don't feel like doing nothing. So, I finished that blanket. I haven't showed you the total blanket, but I finished it, and hopefully you can see that. Calvin has a doctor appointment with our doctor on December 17th. So that's when he'll get it. I'm so glad it's done because I was just worried that he wasn't going to get it. So, but I finished it. All right, everyone. I need to talk to you about something. It's very serious, too. You know, I always keep you informed on sale deals. I usually remind you to turn your clocks back, um, maybe to vote, the COLA with Social Security, checks being released, stimulus checks. I usually do stuff like that for you because I know sometimes we busy, and COVID tests I did. So I try to stay with some important things that may is important to many of you. So this is what I want to talk to you about. Um, in a couple of years, everyone, give or take, a couple is two. So I'm just saying a couple. Don't take it as two. I am ready for my retirement, my pension. Um, I did work. I do have a pension coming to me from Social Security, and um, proud of myself because Calvin took me out of the workforce because he didn't like me with the hustle and bustle. Anyway, so as my time is getting near to me pulling out my pension, and they recently sent me a letter going over my pension at three different age stages, which is 62, 67, and 70. Okay? Now, this is what I want to talk to you about, everyone. Social Security, um, the fund, it's running out of money. And this is not hyperbole. This is how it works. You, as workers, between you and your employee, you contribute 80% into the Social Security fund. And you contribute 80%. And the other 20% comes out of the fund. So where did the fund come from? Years ago in the 70s, when the United States had good money surpluses, they said, well, let's put some money away in Social Security in case we ever have a problem. So they wound up putting a couple of $1 trillion in there, and sure enough, they were right. We needed the money. However, we needed a little bit more than they put in there. So projection is 9 years. I remember going over this before. I remember hearing about this before, and at the time it was 30 years. And they were basically right because now they're talking about it. In 9 years, the fund is going to be depleted. Now, I said the fund. I didn't say Social Security itself because, like I said, 80% comes from the workers and the employers, okay? When you pay your FICA, you pay into Social Security. So what happens if the fund runs dry? What they're saying is that we may have a cut from 0%, 0% is not a cut, 0% up to 33%. Okay? So you can do the math. If they do absolutely nothing, it will be some kind of cut. It may be a 24% cut, or what you expecting to get or what you're getting now. It will be cut. So if you're getting a check now, you won't be safe. We will have a cut. So they have a lot of different options. to void off this mess, and hopefully it can be resolved. I know we went through an election. Maybe your horse didn't win, or maybe he did win, or she won, or whatever it was. It has nothing to do with that. This was going to happen regardless who was in office. It's going to happen. So what I want to talk to you about is, if you can log into your Social Security account. I think it's socialsecurity.gov. And if you already have an account, you have a PIN number and you can look at your earnings. Make sure your earnings for every year is correct, because if it's not being reported, that means you're going to get less money. Okay? And also look at what you projected to get at the age of 62, 67, or 70. And you have to make that decision. Are you going to get your check early at the age of 62, or are you just going to wait until full retirement to get the whole maximum that you entitled to? That's up to you. That you have to make your own financial decision. But I want you to be aware of this, because some of us, including myself, is short on funds. I wasn't aware that I had to pay, as of 2025, it's going to be $184 for Part B Medicaid. And that reduces my check. And I wasn't aware of that. So now I have to, I don't have to. I made up a plan to buffer myself for this large expense. And every year it's going to go up $10. So by the time I get ready to collect my check, it may be at $200. It may be $200. And if you do not get Part B, you will be penalized the rest of your life, unless you have health insurance from your job, and your job has to have employees of 12 people or more, and the same if you're collecting your spouse. If you're collecting and your spouse has health insurance and you're getting that health insurance, his job must have 12 people or more, 12 or 20. You have to check it out and make sure it's 12 or 20. And of course, when you go and say, okay, I need Part B, you're going to have to provide a letter of the company so they can verify. If not, you're going to be penalized for not getting Part B the rest of your life. I don't know what the penalty is for that. So I want you to be aware of where you at financially. Susan B. Anthony, which is, I always quote, a woman should have a purse of her own. And I believe that. So know your rights, everyone. We are getting older. We are aging. We are getting close to retirement. Some of us are retired. And if we are looking at cuts in 9 years, hopefully you can revamp your budget to accommodate for any lost funds. I'm not saying they will happen. I'm saying prepare yourself. It is facts. This is not YouTube garbage out there. It's actually, the numbers is on the government site that the funds is very low. They have enough funds for 2034 or 2035. So that's roughly 9 years. So that's what I want you to look at. I want you to look at your Social Security, see how much money you put in every year, make sure it's accurate. Look how much money you are expected to get back. And if it's not enough for you to live off, then you should think about taking some steps, if you can, to start saving a little bit more money. Okay? Now, they are talking about making cuts to Social Security because it's one of the big um, depleters of the budget. What probably will happen is we may see some cuts. We will see some cuts in Medicaid. That's where the cuts will probably be at. And if you're on SSI, which is the welfare part of that, you may see some cuts in Medicaid, and you may see a reduction in your monthly check. So educate yourself, everyone. I'm not an expert on Social Security. I never worked for them. I've been doing my research, and when I started, it was keeping me up at night. It was keeping me up at night until I came up with a plan, and my plan is good, and I think I'll be able to make it. Um, I think I will be able to make it if I stay with my plan. Now, I know if something happened to Calvin, I'll have some benefits. I'm not thinking about Calvin. I'm thinking about myself. That's why I said a woman should have her own purse. I'm thinking about myself because when they asked me in kindergarten what I wanted to be, it was a doctor or lawyer. It was never, I wanted to get married and so a man can take care of me, because that's not a plan, you know? That was never my plan. And I'm doubt if anybody on here who's a woman or a man said that that's what they wanted to do. So I'm asking you, please look at your finance and make sure that everything is okay, because there's a lot of money out there that we are entitled to, especially if you're a widow. I learned that a lot of people are widows and they don't know that they're entitled to this money. They think they have to wait till 65 or 67 to get the money, and it's not true. So if you go to Social Security and try and read all that stuff, it's like 50,000 pages. And who wants to take the time to read all that stuff? But you're going to have to educate yourself because you want to make sure you make the right decisions. That's what I'm asking you. And it's very important, everyone. I don't want you to get caught out there like I almost did and not be prepared. And hopefully they can find a solution to this situation where we don't have a cut in Social Security. Okay? So it's true, it's the deal, it's what's going on, and it has nothing to do with who you voted for or who you didn't vote for. The fund is running out. That's what's going on. It is running low. So hopefully they'll get together, not at the 12th hour, and figure out how they could add more money to the fund so we don't have a cut. Okay, everyone, that's what I want to talk to you about. A lot of this stuff I didn't even know. I didn't even know about Part B. I've been taken care of by the VA so long, I had no idea I was faced with all this stuff. I had no idea. And then I read that Part B, you have your traditional, reason why I take so long with Medicaid and Medicare, because I usually call each of them the wrong. When I'm saying Social Security pension, I usually say Medic uh, Medicaid, which is the welfare part, which is wrong. So it's Medicaid. That's why I'm taking so long to say it. Well, once you get that at age 65, you have to buy Part B, and Part B only pays 80%. So let's say you go into the doctor and you have an operation on your toenails, and it costs you $1,000. So the government is only going to pay $800, and you're going to have to come up with the other $200. I didn't know this. And on top of that, you have to, if you can afford it, you have to get a supplement, and that'll close the gap with what you have to pay out your pocket. And that's complicated. I haven't even started on that, everyone. Wish me luck, pay for me. But I'm glad I am up on it, because when the time comes, I won't have any surprises. All right, you can let me know your thoughts about my hats, or you can talk about Social Security. I hope you talk about Social Security. Let's not make this into a political thing, because I really don't want to hear it, okay? I don't want to hear it. I'm fine. We all fine. We all going to be good, you know? And the Social Security stuff has nothing to do with who's in the White House. The fun is going to run out. Please go to a good government site and ask some questions. Don't listen to someone on YouTube like me. Do your own research. Educate yourself. Like I said, pull down your work history file, and you will be able to see how much money you are entitled to and what you need to prepare for. That's all I'm asking you. Okay? All right, everyone. That's enough for yapping. So hopefully I can get upstairs next week and show you the blanket and the yarn that's been in a box for 3 weeks. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.